Hi, Bill Henshaw here with the follow-up on a recent video I did about my Oakland case, in which I mentioned that some of the attorneys were whispering outside of my earshot, but saying, "Oh, there's that YouTube guy," and apparently a lot of people in this case, and I think in that courtroom and courthouse, are paying attention to my YouTube videos at Win in Court on YouTube. You can find the videos there, and I invite you, to view them yourselves, most particularly any attorneys that want to do it. Because a lot of what I say, you never heard a word about in law school, whether it was Harvard, Yale, Berkeley, wherever you went to school. They're not teaching this stuff anymore. And they sure as hell didn't teach us in the good old mandatory public education system either. I never heard a word about the stuff that I've studied since. If I had seen one veto by Andrew Johnson, for example, of the Civil Rights Act, it would have changed the course of my life. And I'm, by the way, a remnant of the old South, so I'm probably maybe a bit more susceptible to that than other people might be. But if I had heard that, and I realized early on, without knowing any of the reasons like I do now, that we were right in the war between the states. We did the right thing. There was a right to secede there, and we had very good grounds on which to do it. No question about it. But like I said, maybe attorneys, want to read and study, and any of you attorneys that want to take issue with anything that I say, if you do that, you better be able to provide clear and convincing evidence that I'm wrong. And you also should note that in close to 5 decades, no one's even attempted to do that. No local dumbasses, no governors, no nothing. And they have the sworn duty to do this in the context of a criminal case, don't they? So think about that. On the rare occasion you can prove I'm wrong, and you just missed the golden one because I just realized about 2 months ago I was mistaken on the right to assistance of counsel. And I did a 180 there, and I will do that if the situation demands. Trust me, I will do it. And this one's so important, and it affects you too, because you've got to understand that the right to assistance of counsel does not come from Section 1 of the non existent 14th War Amendment. It can't. Because we're going in there and asserting rights secured by the Constitution under all 6 articles of the Constitution. And there is where this right comes from. Perhaps in concert with the 9th Article of Amendment, too, thrown in the mix. That's the real right. And you people that have been to law school and should know these issues have a constitutionally sworn duty to go in there and perform for your clients and present these issues in the ways that the court will understand and they can rule on, and realize that they don't have jurisdiction, dismiss the charges, and set your clients free. You think that's a hell of a lot better than the probably 95% plus conviction rate you have already? I mean, my goodness, that's a classroom full of fourth graders that are going to get this one. In any event, you have issue with anything I say, feel free to do it. I'm always open, and I tell everybody I talk to. I'm not like most of you attorneys that denigrate people and and tell them you don't know what the hell you're doing. Leave it to us. Don't have a clue. I don't do my business that way. Most of your brethren do exactly that, and more besides. So that said, I'm trying to get the message out here and maybe get word through to some counsel that you need to start taking your duties seriously here. But first you have to understand what they are. When that happens, and when you come to the aha moment like I did when I realized, for example, that California is not a state admitted into this union. And I've got an 80-page legal brief on this one that's available. You can send me an email at youwinnincourt@gmail.com about my materials. And this brief comes along with it. They're very modestly priced, a hell of a lot less than what you charge your clients. And read this 80-page brief, and you tell me. I've got, I think, 69 decisions of the U.S. Supreme Court in this. And a lot of debates, especially about the admission of Maine and Missouri, about which most of you probably don't know a damn thing, because they never taught it to you, especially in law school. That's the most important issue that's been before Congress, in my view, in the entirety of the existence of the Republic. And you read some of the speeches and the arguments that were made there and compare it to what we have today with, AOC in there and Elon Omar and Chuck Schumer. I mean, God, you have to wonder about these idiots that are in Congress today. and that they can unanimously pass a law making it a federal felony for animal cruelty. What the hell does this tell you about law schools? That shouldn't even come anywhere close to being proposed, let alone passed. That's how bad this is. So in any event, I'm asking again, if you want to take a look, people in general and attorneys in particular, if you have any problems with what I say, let me know it. That said, thank you for listening to the video. Like my videos, subscribe, and send me an email at uwinnincourt@gmail.com. Thank you.